set. As here's West, rolls it in and draws the foul.
He's not David West who can keep the guy, when I say change directions, be able to keep the defender on his back and change direction at the same time.
Here's West.
Long, really good pass by Paul George started that. Able to make those efforts and stay unbalanced to be able to make the kind of plays you want that you need for championship.
And West gets inside for 2. He's got 5 early.
No. Where they made the mistake here, even though Paul makes the shot, that's a heck of a catch by Roy, because that pass was behind him and low. And big people, that's pretty hard to do, is to catch those kind of passes.
Here's a pull-up jumper by PG. 2 more for Paul. Hilton is guarding Paul George. Stevenson lost it momentarily. And now West has to force it up and in. Butler off the bench. Now Rasul has shot it well this year, 50%. Here's a dunk by PG.
Yeah, you can see PG was able to explode to the basket. I think Antetokounmpo thought he could get it on the backside. PG's at the rim before he can react.
And they need another timeout. Larry Drew, it will be a 20, forcing a full, as Paul George has 7 early first quarter points. A chat with associate head coach Nate McMillan took the young rookie to the basket for the dunk. Played in the Big East with the Huskies. Played for Jim Calhoun until he retired. Now here's West inside. 5 seconds.
Got to go to work now. Oh, yeah, they got to count the basket, but they'll call a foul on Roy Hibbert. Wait a minute, I'm just saying. Now, the question is if he was in the shooting motion, then after that, the basket counts. So he's here. No, that's the basket's good. The note was made to Paul George, who I'm sure knows it, that he's got to do a better job on Middleton. And Middleton's got to worry about Paul George, too. Nice little screen action on the one side, deliver the ball to the other, and then a finish at the top by Paul George.
Great diagram coming out of the timeout.
Yeah. Thank you. They haven't guarded him all day.
Second year out of Texas A&M. Here's West again, the basket and a foul.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe that's a little too easy for you. I'm sorry. They'll come and double him next time because he gets the ball.
By Milwaukee. Paul George answers for 3. For Chris Middleton, he's doing what you didn't want to see. Somebody else helping Brandon Knight. Right. Oh, Paul George for 3. Yes. Count it.
And 1 right at the bench.
A chance for a 4-point play.
I mean, a really unselfish play made.
Lead was 12 at the half. It was an early 8-0 run by Milwaukee that got him back in. Here's an open 3 from Paul George.
Yes, sir. Wide open, well-run play again out of that timeout. Yeah, he was trying to get the ball because he wants to get it back to David West. And Paul George called for that. And if they come in double, oops, sorry. Oops. Look to the inside, came to the outside, too late.
9th 20-point game of the year for David West. Lead back to double figures. It's 11. Indiana has never trailed tonight. Had a tie early, and Stevenson 2 and a foul.
Good, very good pass that time by Lance Stevenson by Paul George. And why? Because there's a screen to him.
West goes to work again. Adds 2 more. 24 for David West.
It's just not big enough.
Here's West again. Ilyasova ducks under and got it. After a 33-7 start, they go right to the same place.
Keep it going.
Stevenson for 3.
You just keep it going. They can't figure out how to guard David West. And if Stevenson's making shots like that, it really puts him in a bind.
Stevenson has 24. The Pacers have 3 20-point scores.
Throw it to him. He's got it. No, that's a foul on Pachulia.
And West has 28. Yeah, they said
that got to be on Pachulia.
Yeah, they said it's right here.
Well, yeah, it stays here. He pulled it. David West has been a load. I mean, and a savior for this patient
tonight. 6 to shoot. Stevenson gets inside. Paul George, a three.
Very nice by Lance Stevenson, who really did a terrific job against that defense to force them to have to double team, leaving Paul George open on that wing.
A near triple-double for Stevenson. Stevenson finds Paul George. Lead is just 5. And here's West. The good old security blanket. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that means concentrating on this without regard to, unfortunately, you lost a teammate. Paul George just shot a teardrop from 3.
32 for PG, and all the fans that came from Indianapolis are going to go home happy tonight. The G2 zone, Area 55, and the smattering of the blue and gold as 2 Pacers players have 30 or more, PG and David West.
How were you guys able to refocus and hold on for the win?
You know, I just thought we did a good job of resettling and getting our focus, man. We've been struggling a little bit just in terms of, we're taking what we've been doing early for granted and not coming out with the right energy, right focus. It almost burned us again in the third quarter, but, guys put together enough stops, made enough plays on the offensive end to win.
Funny that we're talking about focus with your teammates getting after you. Let's talk about the way you just had your way in the paint. Were you able to find these matchups where one you could exploit?
We weren't, we didn't start the game that way. Just the way the game sort of played itself out. I was able to get some pretty deep catches, and we got Paul going with some of my catches. Their eyes on me. We got some shots. We were able to move the ball, and just worked out for us.
Yeah, speaking of that, there were a few times when you were double-teamed, you were able to find Lance as well. The in-and-out game seemed to work for you.
Yeah, that's the way we play. If you draw 2 to the ball, you've done your job, you got to move it, find the open man.
There were a few distractions, of course, the last few days. Were you and the coaches able to kind of bring everybody back and make sure tonight's focus was the win?
Yeah, it's a tough business. We're an emotional group in terms of we're tied together, so we hate to see those 2 guys leave us. But we got a job to do. And, we got to put that behind us and move forward with the guys we have and prepare for this stretch run.
And speaking of your job, next up, the Lakers, of course, they don't have Kobe, but always tough. How do you guys get the victory there?
Just got to be focused. We've got to take care of our home court. We've got to pick up as many wins as we can coming down this stretch. And, it starts on Tuesday night at home.